It's good to be back here once again. Today, I'll be doing the review on the 2014 series, and this one is Sonic Boom. The show is based on the Sonic the Hedgehog video game franchise from Sega. Sonic Boom was originally aired on Cartoon Network, Boomerang, Gulli, and Canal J in France, and currently streaming on Netflix and Hulu. It's beta on Disney+. The series focuses on the adventures of Sonic, Tails, Amy, Knuckles and Sticks as they protect their home village on Seaside Island from attacks by Dr. Eggman and his robot creations, as well as other villains and hostile beings. Each episode mainly features a standalone plot that mainly features comedic elements, with characters facing various issues and problems that impact their efforts to defend their homes. The writing for this show may be more simple and episodic than some of the other shows like SatAM, X, and even Underground, which were more story-driven, and it does have some dumb and awkward moments, but this show does have some pretty solid writing for the most part, as it does offer a more comedic take on the franchise similar to what Adventures did, but the humor here is handled much better, as most of the jokes and comedic moments do land, and the show does also have some fun action scenes, and the show's more comedic and episodic tone do help give the show its own sense of charm. The action scenes of the show are pretty fun and do provide the show with nice excitement, such as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and Stick battling Eggman and his robot, as well as the other villains of the show, them getting into tight jams and eventually getting out of them, as well as escaping certain death scenarios, and the chase scenes. The show has a very solid sense of humor, as while there are some jokes in this that fall flat, most of the comedy does land and hit its mark and result in some good laughs and chuckles, such as the witty and snacky banter and dialogue between the characters, the trash talking, most of the gags, visual humor, and slapstick, most of the dark humor and occasional adult jokes, most of the fourth wall breaks which come in the second season, and so on. The computer animation of this show is pretty solid, as it does look very well crafted and does a good job at capturing the look and style of the Boom games, such as the characters having some solid designs that are accompanied by some pretty fluid and lively movements. The backgrounds and settings are all pretty well crafted, and there are some pretty well crafted special effects. The characters of this series are mostly pretty solid and well written, as while they do have their awkward and dumb moments, a lot of them do still manage to be pretty likable and memorable, and do have some nice chemistry and dynamics, wit and humor, and charm and charisma, such as the main five heroes with Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and Sticks. Eggman is a pretty fun and humorous villain as a Robot and Cubot, and the show does have some memorable side and minor characters like Dave the Intern, Comedy Chimp, Saw, Zool, Mayor Fink, Fastidious Beaver, Charlie and Belinda, Tommy Thunder, and some neat guest appearances from other Sonic characters such as Metal Sonic, Shadow, and Vector. The voice acting is pretty well done, as the voice actors do deliver some solid performances, such as Roger Craig Smith as Sonic and Dave, Colleen O'Shaughnessy as Tails, Travis Willingham as Knuckles, Cindy Robinson as Amy, Nika Futterman as Sticks, Kirk Thornton as Orbot and Shadow, Wally Wingert as Cubot, and more. The music of this show is pretty good, as it does sound pretty solid and well composed, and it does capture the show's action-packed and comedic tone. So, I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. While it does have some issues and awkward bits from time to time, this is a very fun and enjoyable Sonic show that may be the funniest out of all the shows we've gotten. If anything, this show feels like a more modern version of Adventures, given how both are more episodic and comedic.